Okay, Michaela. So a few things to go over with you for what is needed to be done in August. Um, so the name of the game for you is hiring is first priority. We have to find somebody for the holidays. It's going to come sooner than you think. So that's priority number one. Um, Organizing employee tasks. I texted you about this over the weekend. I just want to make sure you understand what I'm asking. For example, in this task, I added your project. I also added it to my project. Um, the way you're assigning employee projects, you're not attaching their task. For example, employee tasks, promo box, all this. Okay, so this is to Victoria. Victoria is not added here. It's not going to show up in her list, even though you assigned it to her. She has to go to her inbox technically to see it. So you need to be adding. If you put it in your list, you also got to put it on their list. That's the proper way. And then put it under correct section. Okay? Got to be doing this so I can keep tabs, so it's easy for everybody to find. But they go right to their list and then they see it. Okay, because there's nothing on her list. So go back and tag all of the items that you assigned out and then follow up to make sure that they're being done correctly. Okay. Also, this is where I have everything here for you. August notes. Okay. Um, the power cord was out of the iPad last night. It was 5% charged when I got there after hours. You need to tell whomever was working that that is a no-no. It's unacceptable. There's chargers in the back. Show them where they are and tell them never to unplug the iPad again. I had to warn Victoria. I'm not even sure who worked last night, so Victoria already got a warning on this. If it was Kelly, you need to let her know. Um, and this is a good opportunity then to you need to inform the employee personally via text about not unplugging the iPad, and then it's a good idea to add it to the employee update as a reminder for everybody that that should remain plugged in at all times. Do not ever unplug it to charge your phone. There's extra chargers in the back. Go get them. Don't use the iPad. Also, customer facing display not paired again. Check for updates on both the apps and Android system in the advanced system settings. If you don't remember where, ask me, but that might be why it keeps coming off, or maybe it was never connected again to begin with. Okay, let's move on to displays. It's still summer. We still have summer product to sell through. The collars that are summer themed keep getting put back onto the collar department bar. I don't want it there. I want them at the counter along with all other summer merchandise for most of August. So counter display should have summer merchandise. I would like to see a corner display built on. We have a lot of flea and tick and stuff here. I want all that. I want all summer themed stuff really at the counter. Build a display on the corner. Use whatever materials we have. If it's acrylics, if it's shelf, I don't even care. You're just come up with something to display flea and tick, all this other larger type items on the lower shelves. The bandanas need to be low here. So all new items are going to go per the planogram. Okay. Planogram from Fair is here. I put a brand list and display planogram, and then where we're going to display these items. So a lot of these are going to get double exposed on front cubes and then in the area that they're going to live in. I will go over the collar department, how I want it set up, but it's pretty self-explanatory. If it means front cubes, those are the front facing window display cubes that are display cubes over the goodie bar that should be used for new items. So here, Soda Pup needs to be moved to the toy wall. These bandanas, they jut out too far. Those should be on the bottom. They block the light. They block all the light shining on all this product, which we're going to get rid of anyway. But I want bandanas and collars low. And then whatever else you can hang above it on the sides related to summer, put there. And then on the bottom shelves, get rid of all this stuff and put summer stuff. We have time to sell it, but we're running out of time, and it won't sell unless it's at the counter at this point. So yeah, I took anything that was summer, I consider summer off, because we're going to need room for more collars anyway. Also, let's get these cases let's get the items taken out of cases in the freezer. If they're small items, I love those little those little sliders I'm not sure who gave those to you, but use those if you can. Uh, these small items, these really should be at the counter for impulse buys. Okay. Um, so if you could mix that in with the summer stuff, and then we're going to change it all come late August. So we still want to keep summer stuff at the counter right now. Rotate it around weekly, okay? Just move the shelves that it's on, or refresh the display. But all this stuff that I dumped in this basket, shirts, this all needs to be at the counter right now. So I'm going to have you or somebody else redo it. Also, build a display. Don't even showcase new items here. Showcase summer sale items, okay? The next main task I need your help with is optimizing, categorizing, consolidating products in the store. Existing products, not new products. When I mean that, I'm talking about, let's say, find my photos here. Okay, so here, all this stuff. I want this to be all gifts. Okay, get rid of these. Put these need to go. These should be at the counter really as well. Um, and as you look down, like for example, let me find. Okay, here, for example, let's have a look here. Okay, so we have half a Stella and Chewy on slat wall, half of it over here. We got these randoms here, these randoms here. All of this, when we have a lot of product, it needs to be like eye level, front and center. The more random ones, where we have ones and twos of lines, these need to be on the lower end of the shelf. Also, this needs to be up front. But we need to now go through and count inventory for August, move stuff around as we sell through this stuff. These areas need to be reconfigured, consolidated, moved around, keeping like items with like items. This, for example, we got some random stuff. We got jerkies over here, jerkies on the side. This, like a lot of this random stuff here, should be on the bottom, and then showcase eye level the new product, Lord Jameson, anything that is small, that is impulse buy, put at the counter like these. Doesn't have to be all of them, but at least some of them, because people are going to pick these up and grab these as they walk out. Again, we got righteous felon jerky down here. We got righteous felon jerky. So we need to optimize, meaning we need to recategorize things. We need to count, consolidate, and move all the randoms to the bottom lower end portion of the shelf. Okay. So, and that goes for pretty much all of the goodie bar packaged and unpackaged treats. Really need to go through and optimize those products. Okay. And then here, I actually attached this to, okay. So for collars, leashes, apparel section, we're going to do here. This is slat 1, slat 2, slat 3. So collars, new, very vintage, will go on the top eye level. All multifunction leashes and leash accessories, walking accessories, go in the middle. And then harnesses will go here, and we'll do leashes across the bottom. Instead of taking up all this room by hanging them like this, we're going to fold them, or whatever you do to make them short enough so we can do them along the bottom of all 3 slat walls. Actually, these should go in the art gallery, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then slat wall 4 will make apparel for right now. Okay. And we'll go to over here, art gallery. So to hang to frame and hang these, I think we should move the Paw Natural sign over the door. Okay. I think you unscrew these little knobs here on the corners, and it's obviously anchored into the wall. If you're able to move this, do it. Make sure it's level and in the center of the door. If you're not, let me know and I'll move it. To use the new frames that are on the couch, glue dots on 4 corners. Keep the print in the plastic sleeve. Use a level at the top when you're mounting to the matting. Use a level at the top when you're hanging. There's film on both sides of the acrylic panel, which is like the glass. Peel it off. Use a little blade to wedge in between the film and the acrylic. And then you're going to cut those 3M strips in half, make them skinny, and then do a few long strips on top, 1 on each side, 1 on the bottom. Make sure you trim any excess that's hanging off, visible from the outside. Trim that off and press this good down onto the frame. Let it sit for a minute before you hang it on the wall. So you also want to make sure you're going the same distance between photos. If you don't move the sign, just go right over it and across, but I really would like to move this first. See what you can do. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, and yeah, you can assign out these duties pretty much all down here, nothing up here. Uh, Assign these out as you need to. Um, do what you can, but you can't do everything yourself either. So make sure you do assign a lot of this stuff out. And when you assign it out, make sure you are putting the project onto the employee's task so everybody's on the same page. Um, Also, we have to make sure with the new product, Shopify and Elf site is updated. Also, I noticed um, with the Fair products, uh, there was still some issues. Let's here. Okay, here I did do this. Okay, for example, there's no weights in the Bark Bistro, so these are incomplete, and these won't show up on the online store because there is no weight. Okay, so you're still not doing complete products, which I have to go back and fix these now. It's better if I just do the products. I know you do it fast, but these look a lot better. Your tagging looks really good. I like that you added here the probiotics, the stress. Yeah, because you're thinking outside the box. What people we use this for? So that looks really good. But like as I was going through some product, there were some things missing. The weight was one of them, and some of these, the online store channel was not enabled, and that's probably because there's no weight in the product. So I will do an export and try and fix all the weights at once. But again, each variant you create needs a weight. Also, for the doggy drawings purchase order, receive in stocky whatever you frame and whatever so you could receive one as a frame and then receive one as just the print. Whichever ones, if we don't have enough frames, you're not going to do them all. Do one of each kind in the frame if possible, and then receive whatever you framed and whichever are prints, and then use that wall file to store the rest of the prints right under the bottom row um, of pictures. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But that is the name of the game for August. I still have a lot of buying to do, but honestly, our main task really is hiring and then optimizing, organizing products within the store and getting ready for the mad rush of product we're going to have coming in September. Okay? Let me know if you have questions.